So we're going to start ourselves in child's pose from kneeling. Widen your knees wider than the points of your hips. Sit your bum as close to your heels as you're capable, and then let your hands walk away from you. Your forehead can rest to the floor, or it can just dangle freely if the floor feels too far away. Give a little press of your hands against the floor to sink your body a little further back towards your heels, and then just finding some stillness here. Take a deep breath in and fully fill your lungs. And then as you exhale, open the mouth and sigh that air all the way back out. Take one more like that. Deep breath in, feel your chest expand. And then opening the mouth, letting that breath escape you. You can then walk your hands in to come to sit onto your shins. If sitting onto your shins isn't appropriate, you can take these shapes in any other seated position. With a deep breath in, circle your arms wide, reaching them to the sky, the gaze follows. As you breathe out, right hand to the floor next to you, little lean across towards that right side as you look under the left armpit. Breathe in, feel the left side body lengthen. As you exhale, the hand in the sky is going to place just behind your feet. Your right hand spins across so that you twist and look over your left shoulder, giving yourself a little pull or push to get there. On the inhale, go back to the center, reach your arms high, gaze up with them. As you breathe out, left hand to the floor beside you, little lean towards that left, roll your right shoulder back as you gaze up. Breathe in and hold. Breathing out, the hand in the sky goes behind your feet and the left hand spins across as you look over your right shoulder. Good. As you inhale, come all the way back to the center and let your hands come out onto the mat in front of you to find tabletop, meaning that shoulders are over wrists and hips are over knees. Finding movements through the spine. As you breathe in, press down through your ribs, lift through your chest, look forwards, maybe even upwards. As you breathe out, hollow out the front of the body as you dome your spine, tuck chin and tailbone under. Again, same shapes. Breathing in, chest lifts, shoulder blades squeeze together. Breathing out to round the spine and press the spine to the sky. Take one more of each of those. Breathing in, scooping forwards, lifting tall. And exhale to round, tucking tailbone, strong press into the arms. As you draw yourself back towards neutral, send your left leg out behind you, keeping it nice and straight and strong, reaching to the back of the room. The right arm then reaches forwards and keep your gaze down towards the mat so the back of the neck stays nice and long. Hold the length here, breathing in. As you breathe out, see if your knee and elbow can tap each other underneath your body. Breathing in, send them all the way back out, pause and hold, reach through those back toes. And then as you exhale, place your knee back down to the floor. This right hand is going to thread underneath your left armpit. Let yourself come down onto the side of the shoulder, the side of the head, and that right palm stays facing the sky. You can stay here into the twist, or maybe take it a step further by breathing in and sending your left arm to the sky. Draw a strong breath down into the belly where it feels that little bit trickier to breathe. And then exhale, undo your twist. Press your way back up towards tabletop as we find those shapes on the other side. Right leg reaches out behind you. Squeeze through the glutes, reach through the toes, belly stays firm. Left arm reaches forwards. Take a deep breath in, grow longer. As you breathe out, knee and elbow, see if they can tap or just draw them as close to each other as you can underneath. Breathing in, let them extend back out and pause. And then exhale, drop the knee down. Send this left arm under the right armpit, threading the arm underneath, letting yourself come down onto side of shoulder and side of head. You can stay here or breathe in. Right arm rises to the sky, thinking of turning your chest to face out towards this right hand side. Breathe in and then breathing out. Undoing, unthreading, and then tucking your toes under behind you. Walk yourself back until you're sat onto your heels to give the soles of the feet a real stretch out. Maybe just encourage your little toe to tuck under if it's not quite long enough. From there, widen your knees ever so slightly wider than your hips. Take a look over your right shoulder, right hand to right heel. As you breathe in, lift your bum away from your feet as your left arm reaches towards the sky. As you exhale, sit yourself back down, second side. Left hand, left heel. Breathe in, lift your hips, doesn't matter how high they go, but squeeze through your glutes and tuck your tailbone. Breathing out, sit it back down. One more each side. Breathing in, feel that left side body feel longer. Pull the arm away from your body. Breathing out to sit back down, and then one more to the left. Breathing in, rising tall, lean a little backwards if you can. And then exhale to sit yourself back down. Keeping those toes tucked under behind you, use your hands to lift your knees towards a little froggy squat, and then pushing your hips to the sky as your heels come to the floor. We're coming into a ragdoll fold, so as the name suggests, it's a floppy fold. The knees stay bent so that the torso, the belly, can stay nice and close to your thighs. The arms can then either dangle freely, or perhaps you want to cross your arms. Either way, we allow the upper body to feel very heavy and floppy, and pushing your hips to the sky to find length in the back of the legs. Maybe taking a soft sway, just like a pendulum, of your upper body, moving left to right, keeping everything feeling quite soft, but at the same time the legs are being challenged. And then release your hands down to the floor. Walking the hands forwards to come back towards tabletop, let your knees drop down towards the mat. Finding your shoulders on top of your wrists, just as we did a moment ago, and then keeping those toes tucked under, lift the knees, press the thighs backwards as the hips rise tall, and we come into downward facing dog. Our idea here is to lengthen through the spine, so keep the knees softly bent so that you can push your sit bones to the sky. Shoulder blades are broad across your upper back. Think of opening your armpits as wide as you can, so push your chest back towards your legs. Breathing in, breathing out. Great, lovely. Drop your knees back down onto the floor. Sweep your shins around to allow yourself to come to seated just behind your feet. From a simple cross-legged seat, let your right leg extend off to one side and just the sole of the left foot to meet that inner right thigh. Left hand places just behind you. As you breathe in, lift your bum away from the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky and reach through your right toes. Breathe in and pause. As you breathe out, sit your bum back down. Let your hands come to then rest onto the floor in front of you. That might be here for some of us, it might be here for others, or we can just keep ourselves upright if the hamstring is already feeling challenged. Breathing in. And then breathing out, quite simply switch over the legs. Send your left leg out, tuck your right leg in. Sole of the foot to meet the inner thigh. Right hand places behind you. Breathing in, lift your hips to the sky as that left arm reaches up and over. Breathe into that left side body, grow longer. And then exhale. Gently sit your hips back down where they came from. Let your hands come to rest out in front of you, not being too concerned with how far they go, keeping these left toes up towards the sky as you press away through the heel. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Step that leg back in to come to a simple cross-legged seat. With an inhale, circle your arms wide, reaching them high, palms face forwards. And as you exhale, fold, let those hands come to the floor in front of you. Chin falls towards your chest, so the back of the neck feels nice and long, and the lower back is lengthening. From there, walk your hands back in and sit yourself nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and circle your arms wide into the sky. And as you exhale, let your hands lower down towards your belly as your chin lowers down towards your chest. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you feel energized and positive for the rest of your afternoon ahead.